The latest episode of WWE SmackDown Live will take place in Detroit, Michigan on Tuesday. One of the biggest storylines heading into the show surrounds the upcoming WWE Championship match between AJ Styles and Samoa Joe, with the Phenomenal One preparing to defend his title against his fierce rival at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view on the 16th of September. The only match announced for this week's episode is Rusev Day vs. Sanity vs. the Usos, with the winners going on to face the Bar next Tuesday to determine the one contenders for the New Day's SmackDown Tag Team Championships. The build-up to Daniel Bryan Brie Bella vs. The Miz Maryse also looks set to continue this week, while Charlotte Flair will almost certainly seek revenge on former best friend Becky Lynch after last week's latest attack. Elsewhere, Naomi has been teasing all week on social media that she needs a partner to help her out in her ongoing battle with the Iconics, while Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton are both advertised for the show ahead of their upcoming Hell in a Cell match. Following are the predictions for tonight's SD Live. 1. Another week with no US title storyline. Last week, United States Champion Shinsuke Nakamura said he is refusing to compete on SmackDown Live until he finds an opponent worthy of his time. The King of Strong Style has retained the US title on 2 occasions, both times against Jeff Hardy, since winning it from the charismatic Enigma at Extreme Rules in July. But he hasn't been involved in a meaningful rivalry over the last couple of weeks. There is a serious lack of people on the SmackDown Live roster who could challenge for the title at the moment, with Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, R-Truth and Ty Dillinger the only babyface is not involved in another storyline. None of those 4 guys are likely to win a singles title anytime soon, so Nakamura will go another week without finding a new challenger. 2. Hell in a Cell stipulation added to the match between AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. The storyline between AJ Styles and Samoa Joe got extra personal on last week's episode of SmackDown Live when Joe called Styles' wife, Wendy, and threatened to show up at the family's home this Tuesday. It's interesting that WWE has already booked 2 matches inside the Hell in a Cell structure for the upcoming pay-per-view, Jeff Hardy vs. Randy Orton and Roman Reigns vs. Braun Strowman, but as things stand, Styles vs. Joe will only be a regular one-on-one match. A Hell in a Cell stipulation will surely be added to the match soon, so Joe will cause chaos on his visit to the Styles residence by smashing the house up, leading to the match announcement. 3. Sanity wins triple threat match, the Usos vs. Sanity vs. Rusev Day. The second match in the SmackDown Tag Team Championship tournament will see Rusev Day, Sanity and the Usos battle it out for a chance to meet the Bar in a one contenders match on next week's episode, with the winners going on to face the New Day at Hell in a Cell. This is a very tough one to call. Rusev Day and the Usos haven't received title matches since earlier in the year, while Sanity had a brief non-title rivalry with the New Day after debuting on the main roster, but they're yet to really make their mark. For the simple reason that we're yet to see the Bar versus Sanity, let's go for Eric Young, Alexander Wolf, and Killian Dane. 4. Lana comes to rescue Naomi. Naomi has spent the last few days attempting to convince several female WWE superstars, some past and some present, to help her out in her battle with the Iconics. The former SmackDown Women's Champion has lost back-to-back singles matches against Peyton Royce and Billie Kay, and she has so far contacted Asuka, Summer Rae, Bianca Belair, Cameron, Melina and Lana on social media about joining forces with her. With Rusev returning to tag team action alongside Aiden English this week, Lana will be the one to come to Naomi's rescue, officially making her the former Funkadactyl's new tag partner. 5. Paige announces Charlotte vs. Becky for Hell in a Cell. The rivalry between Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch was taken to a whole new level last week when Charlotte defended the SmackDown Women's Championship against Carmella, only to be attacked by her former best friend after the match. While the next challenger to face the Queen for the title hasn't officially been confirmed, it's quite clear that Becky is the one contender heading into the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. All we need is confirmation. After multiple brawls over the last couple of weeks, let's predict that Paige will officially announce the match for Hell in a Cell on Tuesday's episode, while the 2 women will be kept apart this week by only featuring in interview segments.